All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start by giving infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harachakwadash. I'm going to say Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allah Yahweh, Achud. That's Hero Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Mighty Shalom. And this lesson is entitled, The American Dollar Will Be Phased Out. The American dollar will be phased out. And it's brought to us by this article. All right, Lord willing, this message is edifying. This is from the Newsbreak app under business, entitled 8 Places That No Longer Accept Cash in 2025. It says, not long ago, cash was considered the universal form of payment. And with all this digital technology and digital banking going on, cash, the paper dollar, fiat currency, 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, those things are becoming something of the past, all right? And ultimately, due to the agenda by the wicked elites, and I'll just start here in Proverbs chapter 23, verse 4, it says, labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom, because we're laboring for the kingdom, not for riches that are going to profit not in the day of wrath, like the scriptures say, riches profit not in the day of wrath. And we're coming upon that day of wrath, Jacob's trouble, where the wicked elites are pushing the NWO agenda, all right, to crash this economy and bring in a digital currency. According to Revelation 13, around the 16th verse, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a charagma in their right hand or their forehead. All right, so the earth is turning towards that vibration, and it's clearly being shown. Articles like this, 8 places that no longer accept cash in 2025, are showing forth that the society is becoming cashless. So it says, Proverbs 23 and 5, wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Just going into the temporariness of the earth's riches, okay? Dollars, fiat currency, cash, okay? Those things have an uncertainty about them. Why? Because ultimately, real money in the scriptures is gold, silver, land, and cattle, okay? That's true money. Also, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is likened on to riches. But as far as pennies, nickels, dimes, all right, that have oppressors' faces on them, 1s, 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s, okay? Those things are soon to be null and void. Thus said the Bible. So I read it again, Proverbs 23 and 5. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. You see, so the temporariness of this cash is being shown by articles like this. 8 places that no longer accept cash in 2025. I'm going to read through a Lord willing, it's edifying. It says, not long ago, cash was considered the universal form of payment. Fast forward to 2025, and this is a very spiritual year, 2025. The Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai put on Apostle Tahar to coin this year, 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction and judgment of Esau Edom, which is the wicked. So it's not far-fetched that this also is a major year that the society is becoming cashless. So it says, fast forward to 2025, and a growing number of businesses and venues across the United States have completely phased it out. You see, and they use that word phased it out because that's ultimately going into the gradualism of the society being transitioned from cash to cashless. So I have that word or that phrase here, phase something out. What does it mean to phase something out? It says to withdraw something, which is cash, from use in gradual stages. But with that withdrawing of cash, there's an ushering in of a new system, a digital system, digital technology. according to Revelation 13 and 16, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a charagma in their right hand or their forehead. All right. And you 2/3 so-called Native American, Latinos, and Negroes, you're not awake to these things. All right. You're thinking that the prophets are on the highways and byways, and we're just hating. Oh, y'all don't want to see America prosper. Y'all just hating. Y'all mad because I'm out here getting money. Scriptures say when the money faileth in Egypt, and it will fail here. All right. And the scriptures say don't put your trust in the earthly riches, with which thieves can come in and steal. So it says Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So that's the whole spectrum of it, man. All right. Whether you're quote unquote on top in the society, having your way, whether you're all right without a home, okay, going from pillar to post, so to speak. All right. You're going to be required to take this technology. Okay. This is what's going to replace 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s. And the culture of the black culture, I'll say, is to promote the flashing of money, stacks of money, in an attempt to persuade people into believing that you have substance. All right. So they associate stacks of money with pretty much someone's worth in this society. And when that's gone, guess what? That same stack of money that you have, using it as a money phone, you're going to be using it for wood for the fire to keep you warm, man. And that day, that's just how bad it's going to get, because the money will fail in Egypt, which is America. All right. It says Revelation 13 and 16 again, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor. So no matter what, all right, free and bond. So no matter if you're so-called in the free world, or if you're in a county or the parish jail or state prison, whatever it may be, this is going to be implemented. All right. Inside the jails, this is going to be implemented. Okay. In the grocery stores, the restaurants, the banks. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And that's what the wicked elites are ultimately behind the scenes implementing. Okay. That secret council. This is what's about to be pushed on the earth. A digital technology, digital banking system. And all signs lead to it. So let's get a little bit more into it. It says, fast forward to 2025, and a growing number of businesses and venues across the U.S. have completely phased it out. And we went into that word phase out, all right, which is to withdraw something from use in gradual stages. It says, what does it mean to phase something out? To remove or stop using something gradually or in stages. And that's what's happening to the U.S. dollar. It's being removed in gradual stages. That's why the worth of the dollar is decreasing. It's not increasing. So that means your purchasing power is decreasing. You're going to have to spend more to get less, pretty much. So it's going to cancel out, and it's going to lead, like the scripture said, crashing from the hills. Zephaniah, I believe it says, a crashing from the hills. That's this economy going down the drain. And even in these communities, these little communities and areas locally, the dollar ain't worth nothing. You go in the store, it ain't the same. All right. The shelves aren't the same. Okay. Scripture says suddenly full storehouses shall be empty. So that also alludes to the economy going bad. Because why would the full storehouses suddenly become empty? Okay. Them being full leads to a flourishing, or alludes to a flourishing economy. Them being empty alludes to an economy that is circling the drain. All right. And that's what's ultimately America at this point in time. So let's go back. It says, back in that article, it says, not long ago, cash was considered the universal form of payment. Fast forward to 2025, and a growing number of businesses and venues across the U.S. have completely phased it out. All right. And the Most High ultimately is phasing out this society. All right. Through prophecy. Okay. That's what's happening. So it said, whether driven by speed, security, or sheer convenience, many retailers now require credit, debit, or digital wallet payments. You see, while some applaud the cashless trend for cutting down on theft and streamlining transactions, others argue it excludes those without access to banking, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to take all your banking rights away, your liberty to just go in your account and get money out of it, all right, because it's going to be digital. You're going to have something implemented, or should I say implanted inside of you, okay, according to Revelation 13:16. So it says, if you still like paying with bills and coins, you might want to avoid these 8 places that no longer accept cash. It says sports stadiums and arenas. He required all, both small and great, rich and poor. It says airlines and in-flight services, fast cash and chain restaurants, ride share and food delivery services are all going digital. Music festivals and large public events, college campuses and student services, toll roads and parking garages, some retail stores and boutiques. So all these levels of the society are no longer going to accept cash in 2025. So what are they accepting? All right. That shows you that these wicked elites are going to go with their move. According to Revelation 13:16, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And that word charagma goes into pretty much, I'll just get it real quick, I'll end on that. Charagma, Carax, Palisades. Okay, let's get it real quick. Charagma. It says a stamp, an imprinted charagma. Of the charagma stamped on the forehead or the right hand is the badge of the followers of the anti-Mashiach. And we know that there's many antichrists. The system is antichrist. Anything that goes against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and righteousness and his law, statutes, and commandments are anti-Mashiach. And the system is, the currency is, this digital technology is, all right, against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, this charagma is against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, and its hosts are going to be against the Most High, because it said if you take the charagma in Revelation 16, you're going to receive a grievous sword. It says the charagma branded upon horses, thing carved, sculptured, graven work. Scriptures say, make no cuttings in thy flesh. All right, so this is clearly a technology and a device that's against righteousness, that's against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. So that's why ultimately this dollar is being phased out to implement a digital society, the charagma, all right, the MOTB, which is ultimately going to be destroyed, okay, by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua with that thermonuclear heat, all right, in the Third World War. But Lord willing, this message was edifying. I'm going to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Harachak Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Kwame Yashala, Mighty Shalom.